tonight. Jorge Masvidal, Demetrious Johnson. I'm going to start, and then we'll go to you. We'll start with the main event. That time you went to a fight and it turned into a staring contest, or a really bad Dancing with the Stars. Really bad, like both those guys are out. No, so I honestly did expect that a little bit. First off, they're both counter strikers at heart. Agree with me. Just pretend, even if I'm wrong. I think I'm right. They're both counter strikers at heart. They both have good power from odd angles. And after that first fight, they've kind of felt each other's power. They have that respect for each other. And anytime there's a fight like their first fight that's just so amazing, you know that for them it can't live up to it, that no part of that fight can kind of live up to that again. With that said, the score was similar. I'll get interested to get your thoughts, as in these are that's the champion of your weight class. What's happening with that? How you feeling about that?
Like you said, it was a lot of staring, you know.
Yeah.
But I agree also that both counter fighters. It's just that from the first fight, I would have thought Woodley would have kept it in the pocket more, because that's where he excels. He's way better than Thompson. You can see every time he steps forward, he gets in that pocket.
Yeah.
He's landing bombs, and I think he has a considerable power advantage as well.
Yeah.
Thompson did his part for a lot of the rounds, keeping the outside. But every time Woodley was able to get inside, that's where he did the damage.
So one question I would have, that's a great point, but whenever Thompson threw long kicks or teeps to the body, Woodley did nothing. Like, you hit me in the body. Why didn't he just – he should, in my opinion, if I'm his coach and I'm breaking down the fight with him, I'm saying, be more active with your teeps. Be more active with your push kicks. Be more active with your kicks to the leg. The way he throws them, it doesn't create a lot of jeopardy or a lot of opportunity for the takedown for Woodley. I mean, obviously there's some. You lifted your foot off the ground. There's an opportunity to be taken down. What do you think? I'll quit talking.
You know, the biggest thing with that fight is that, like you said, they're both counter-strikers at heart. Stephen Wonderboy does a good job at keeping a distance, but he never crosses the distance 110%. He never truly commits. He will poke, wait for T-Wood to come forward, then he'll catch him. Then once T-Wood gets hit, he's like, guys, stop. But each time, like you said, each time T-Wood got inside the pocket, landed bigger shots, and when he wrestled him, he would win. So if T would just start coming forward, he would have done a lot better.
I noticed something too when T Wood did wrestle him and got him down.
No answer for it.
No, but when they got up, T Wood was exhausted.
Yeah, that's true.
Stephen Thompson did not take that opportunity. He had about 1 minute and 20 left in that round, and he let it slide by. And I guarantee you that T Wood would not have had a huge defense for anything Thompson would have done at that point.
And you think how much, I'm sure Stephen Wonderboy Thompson was exhausted getting that big black man off him as well. So it kind of goes hand in hand. I just think if T-Wood just comes forward like he always does, I mean, he almost had the same fight when he fought Roy McDonald. Put his back against the cage.
Yeah.
Roy McDonald was able to pick him apart.
Roy McDonald used the length.
Used the length. But when T-Wood fought Kevin Gastelum, I was like, dude, if you come forward, nobody's going to be able to beat you. You can wrestle, pass guard.
Like with that, I would notice that Gastelum has a good chin. Because Gastelum got caught with a couple shots from T-Wood that, you know, a lot of guys like Robbie Lawler and Wonderboy kind of went down with. All right, next fight, which is the next fight. I want to talk about Mark Hunt, Alistair Overeem. Thoughts? Everybody called Hunt. And
I called Hunt.
I said never go against the odds makers, and Overeem was the favorite. What are your thoughts on it?
I don't know. Hunt just he doesn't look the same. I think the wars have caught up to him a lot.
He's 40 years old.
Yeah, and he's been doing this.
He's
the
been
kickboxing
doing this forever. The K1, the mileage, you know.
The
I heard
mileage
he broke his shin maybe too.
Yeah. No, he's a beast, man.
It's just, you know.
So many wars that he had before coming over the UFC and Pride in K1. So I don't know. It's Overeem shocked me, but I was going for Hunt. You know.
This is not your forever job. He's been doing it a long time. So you know he is 40 years old. Hopefully you've made your money. It might be time to get out. But with that said, it's hard for a guy like Hunt, I think, to quit because you know you're always one punch away from a win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he hurt Overeem a couple good times too.
Yeah,
he caught him.
He hurt him, but you know, and we were kind of bagging on Overeem's strategy. If I still fought, that's the strategy I would use. And Overeem did a surprisingly good job. It reminded me of when he fought in Pride, not Pride, but K1, where he would clinch people immediately.
Yep.
If he didn't like something, he would clinch. He's the taller man. He's obviously very strong. He's got those levers for him. And he would pull Hunt, who's a short guy, down and kind of, neutralize him with that.
Shut him down.
Any other thoughts, or did I just?
I mean, I think you guys hit on that. I mean, Mark Hunt, like you said, he's always that one win away from that one big punch, and I think he was waiting on it. So Alex Overeem would just basically shut all that down. But when he hugged him, hold him, and then snuck that round into the jaw.
And even something that I saw is that, like, Overeem is a bad dude with long arms, good timing, and lots of power in that left hand. And like, I was almost like when he fought JDS and Overeem knocked JDS out, I was almost like a little bored in that fight. Like, come on, like, do something. And then Junior was like, all right, I'm going to do something. Lights out. Yep. So, one of those guys, like, I would never want to fight an Overeem because he's going to sit back, he's going to wait, he's got great positioning. And then if you do rush him, he's ready with the left hand or, knees. He went back to his old pride bread and butter.
Yep. Exactly.
And again, against a guy that's, a good 5-6 inches shorter than you, knees to the head, the way to go. All right. Next fight, another shocker. Rashad Evans, Daniel Kelly.
Man.
Anybody?
That dude is all heart, man. I mean, his skill set's so limited, but he has so much heart. It's crazy to see him compete.
When he ran, I want you guys to look back and watch this. When he ran over in the octagon to his corner, he ran like my dad. Yeah. Not me, like my dad. I'm old. I'm pushing 40. But he ran like my dad over to the thing. And like his post-fight interview, he thanked his knee brace. He's like, I want to thank my knee brace for keeping my knee together because, it don't work. And, man, that is just impressive stuff.
That guy's a steel trap in his mind, man.
We could even see, like, maybe if he gets Rashad down with that judo top game, he could do something. But I did not see him outstriking Rashad. And with that said, that was a close fight. I did not know that he was going to win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the biggest thing, Rashad Evans, he's had a long road, a very, very long road with double knee surgery, all the injuries, and him not being able to get his license in New York, in Toronto. So I'm sure he had his long road, and I think for him, like he said, when he got knocked out after what is the guy? The Brazilian guy. Glover Teixeira. He was like, it used to come so easy to me, man.
12 seconds in,
Yeah, he's like, it used to come so easy. So he's trying to find, I think he's trying to find his foot. I like him at 185. He looks good.
He took everything Kelly hit him with and didn't really back away and didn't, he didn't get pushed back. Who actually I think called that was Sarah McMahon. She said that Kelly's forward pressure would disrupt Rashad.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, fine. You're smart.
Good for you, Sarah McMahon.
Whatever. Yeah, good for you. All right. That leaves us with my favorite fight of the night, and yours too. Lando Calrissian Vantana versus David Tamor.
What a treat. I didn't know who those guys were coming in, but what a treat that fight was amazing.
Everybody knew who, say his name? Lando. Everybody knew who Lando was.
He landed that spinning back kick on one of the guys.
Yeah.
John
Madesi.
Yes, that's the Canadian.
I'm so good with names. It's amazing.
Yeah.
In my memory, that's why I do this show. But no, so everybody knew. I forgot that David Tamu was the guy from the show. I honestly just forgot who he was. And then once I saw him before the fight ever started, I was like, oh, that guy's a real good. And then they announced him as a 3-time, world champion Muay Thai guy. They have good Muay Thai over in the Netherlands and Sweden and like where he's from. That's where the new 145-pound women's champ comes from. Overeem. They have a really good
Dutch kickboxing. Yeah. Dutch just traditional, and you can see it each time they would clinch. Like this is where the fights won. The fights run in transitions. When you have a guy who's totally even, the striking, the wrestling, but you saw the other fighter, he had a better clinch game. He kept on the knees, even though Lando kept blocking it. Your body's got to absorb the energy.
Then he went up to the head with him. All right, you blocked me to the body.
And then
boom. To the head. I was impressed. And the other thing, in the first round, I thought, man, he went back to his corner with confidence. You're fighting the guy. You're a big underdog. And he went like, okay, I can hang with that guy. He hit me, but I hit him just as much, I didn't know that. I thought he lost the first round. Judges disagreed. Yeah. Again. Yeah. Wouldn't want to judge fights. I'm wrong all the time. But he definitely won the third round and maybe the second. So impressive. Great. What he did that I wanted to hit on is when Lando spun or did something fancy, he charged him. He went at him. He hit him with something. He made him respect him so he couldn't just. The other thing, Lando, as amazing as he is, come on, man. This, put maybe 2 hands up at one. He's blocking head kicks with just the glove of his hand. That's not a long-term strategy. That looks good. I enjoy watching it, but like if you want to be doing this for a while, That's not the thing to do.
X block.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. He'll show you later. He's an expert, champion. All right. What are your other thoughts on that fight?
I loved it. I love the creativity of both dudes. Lando did a lot of things you don't see. He caught a kick, did a spinning heel kick.
Oh, that
you
was
don't see
amazing.
that often.
That was amazing.
He landed some really pretty taekwondo techniques that I was real impressed by.
And he gets away with it because he sits. He returns his foot home and throws a big right or left. Also, too, I thought that David being a southpaw might have given Lando a couple problems. I'm sure he's dealt with it before, but it's still always a little different when you deal with a southpaw. Either way, I'm impressed. I hope good things for that kid. And I remember on the show, he was a great kickboxer, but he couldn't grapple. So,
but he looked good. He took him down.
Like
he mixed it up, took him down. Granted, there was no jiu-jitsu gameplay going on there, but he still mixed it up. He was good to clinch.
So I don't think if you have a good scramble, you don't need jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you scramble up, and that's kind of what I was telling Sage, dude, don't worry, get up. You want to be on your feet. You got to be comfortable getting on your feet. And that's something like Thompson does well, but every time he's been on the ground against Woodley, he's kind of been a little hurt, a little banged up. Interesting fight. So we have any other comments, concerns, criticism? Should I wrap this thing up? Are we done? I'll wrap it up? Because I'm done saying things. Do you guys, anything? You want to thank anybody?
I mean, yeah.
Thank a knee brace?
Yeah, right.